Hello, everyone. We're going to be starting exactly at 10 o'clock. Thank you. And just sit back and relax. Thank you. Hello everyone and magandang gabi sa iyo today. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Coach MirandaMiner's Crypto News, Fundamentals, Technical Charting, Trader Quotient in 45 minutes. If you're actually new to our channel, please don't forget to click subscribe and please like our live video today so we could actually reach out to many more students, newbies, and we can continue to grow our community. By the way, congratulations. We already have 17,500 subscribers. I'm sure we could definitely get more and more and more. And I'm sure that you guys could all help us, no? We could all help us in terms of further growing our community today. I'm just really, really proud to get to meet all of you today. And I hope that, we can continue being together every day, every night, same time, same channel, 10 p.m. every night. Okay. So, all right, without further ado, I would just like to start with our topic today. Obviously, our topic today is about how can we easily earn $600 in 4 days, in BTC, right? Before we go with that particular discussion, let me just go ahead real quick and do a quick read out of all of our news for today. No, so just a quick rundown of our cryptocurrency performance of the market review. Obviously, from a crypto global market cap perspective, we're still down at 1.37 trillion. Although this is actually an improvement of 6.34%. Guys, you gotta understand that the average crypto market cap way back May, first week or second week of May, is almost 2 trillion. Almost 2 trillion, right? And by that time, Bitcoin is already at 1 trillion itself. Okay? From a market cap perspective. And during that time, when it was very, very bullish, Ethereum was already almost 600 billion. Okay? So currently, we're only down at 1.37 trillion, although it's an improvement of 6.34% for the past 24 hours. However, I'm seeing some bullishness over the past couple of hours to be exact. Bitcoin is still sitting at 33,957. You will notice that there is a common resistance where it is actually bouncing, that is on the 0.618 Fibonacci resistance line. It's actually just within that level. Ethereum is still at the same range at a little below $2,000. And from a percentage perspective, Bitcoin is actually down 0.5%. And then for the past 7 days, it's actually down 11.93%. So we're still seeing some double digit volatility there from a 7 days perspective. Binance Coin is actually still at $302.89 with a 7 tenths of a percent for 24 hours. And then 14.11% for the past 7 days. Cardano is at $1.35. Congratulations. This Cardano actually really flew high, no? It started from 1.24 and then currently at 1.35. The most previous resistance was at 1.31. So congrats, it has actually grown almost 5.37% for the past 24 hours, and the only one that's actually on a single digit volatility, negative 9.8% for the past 7 days. Dogecoin is also is an improvement from a measly performance of 0.17, currently up at 0.238, an improvement of 0.5%, for the past 24 hours, and then 22.35% negative volatility for the past 7 days. Is still a long way to go for Dogecoin to go back where it used to be. It's actually it's a nosedive from its all-time high of 0.72. No, so it's really, really an all-time. It's one of those coins that were really impacted by volatility. XRP is still at 0.64, right? I still think this could further go high to around low 70s or high 70s. Still also the same as Dogecoin, 0.5% for the past 24 hours and 23.24% for the past 7 days. Polkadot is actually just the same within the 5% volatility for the past 24 hours, 17.32 cents. Okay, and then for the past 7 days, it's actually at 21.85%. So I'll not go down to the rest of the coins, but I gotta tell you that there is obviously some little bit of bullishness that we're seeing in the short term, and I'd like to remind you guys that yesterday, or I think 2 days ago in one of her live, Coach Miranda Miner mentioned that this was actually the bottom of that particular drop before that we saw, right? And we said that this can potentially bounce, and yes, it did bounce, no? But we're still expecting a what I call a step by step improvement, and we can potentially see another potential dip to around 31, 30K. But it could potentially bounce going back up. And as I've said yesterday, we need to have a major reason of that potential bounce going up further, and that should influence that there. I should see a very big buying candle or a buying decision. No? When we look for the volume, we should see a very big buying candle here. Okay. Now, guys, do you remember when I spoke about the my contrarian view on the death cross? Remember this video? We had a contrarian view of the death cross, right? And I'd just like to say that I think it is somehow correct. No, it is somehow correct because when the death cross happened, we already are seeing the performance to be recovering. Okay, it's actually recovering. So as I've said, one of my feedback was I don't necessarily think this could further go down. It could probably be held by a major support, right? In this case, it was actually held by a support way back January. In this particular time, this was actually the support of this particular trend, no? That particular drop. However, as I've said, this drop is a noise for me. It's an outlier. It's an anomaly because, as I've said, the drop should be justified with a volume, no? With a volume, and this drop, this red crayon cell volume here is extremely low than its comparison. It's not really apples to apples, so to speak, right? So as I've said, this can potentially, it could potentially go down a little bit, based on our review, a little bit like here, no, but not necessarily as low, um, and it could potentially go back up from a small bounce to 30K and going back up again, and then it could further go down based on the Wyckoff model. Sorry, here. Then it could further go up, but we need a very big buying candle here as big as this. We need to have something that should drive this volume to be even higher. Okay, for this to be a consistent growth trajectory and could potentially hit even low 50,000s, right? And I will not go to the Bitcoin stock and flow model, but as I've said, what I've said to all of you guys, the Bitcoin stock and flow model is actually forecasting Bitcoin to be at around $75,000 by Q3 of this year. I would say late of September, we should already see Bitcoin to be at the high 60s or low 70s thousand USDT from a value perspective, right? But we need to see a significant volume that could justify this particular increase in the price, no? And then, as what you have probably noticed, this death cross is already apparent, right? But there's an immediate recovery of the coin. In fact, the death cross happened, and there's not even much of volume, no? There's not much that sell off that has happened during that past couple of days. Okay, and then in terms of the news, I would say one of the big news today is that Binance Coin, actually this was around 10 in the morning earlier, Binance actually has launched its NFT marketplace, the non-fungi token marketplace, to start with Warhol Dali collection. So just going here real quick, it says here that the trading in the marketplace will commence 10 a.m. local Singapore time, which was actually earlier, Um, the Genesis auction will be a marketplace's first premium event. So they're now doing NFTs in Binance. No, Binance is actually getting bigger and bigger. I remember they did start with the NFT innovation zone. In the innovation zone, they started to do NFTs as early as the time when NFT art was actually very, very hype. No, Binance saw the need to put their own NFT marketplace because of the fact that the Binance users are still going outside. Like, if you remember, guys, you guys are all going to the trust wallets of the world just to be able to buy your NFT art. Do you guys remember that? So right now, what Binance would like to do is they would like to have their own NFT marketplace. Okay, within the Binance network. Okay. All right. Another news, as I've said, is that some of those important information about Solana, right? So Swiss-based digital asset AG launches tokenized stock offerings in Solana. This is really really good news. It's obviously going to, and you guys know that Solana is really really scalable. We've discussed Solana in our past couple of live. We said that Solana can process 50,000 transactions per second, unlike the blockchain that can only process 10, and the Ethereum can only process low 10,000s from a transaction perspective. And then blockchain introduces username based crypto transactions, which is also a, I would say, a development. Let's also try to open this. Is really a good news, no? So it says here that millions of people in America could soon be able to buy Bitcoin from their bank accounts following a partnership led by NYDIG and in quarter two, no, in Q2. I'm sorry. The New York Digital Investment Group, or NYDIE, has partnered with Q2, a firm specializing in providing digital services to financial institutions to provide access to Bitcoin for bank account holders in the United States. According to the release issued on Wednesday, the partnership will potentially open up Bitcoin buying, selling, and custody channels to about 18.3 million bank customers in the state. So I do think it's really a good news. It's a very bullish news. And this can potentially impact the current positivity of the coin by allowing more people to adopt. You got to remember that the reason why the coin price is going higher because of adoption. Because of adoption, right? I don't think we've seen a lot of impact of the El Salvador legal tender adoption for Bitcoin, and it's simply because I think that for a country to declare that they're going to make this a legal tender, you cannot see change overnight, right? I don't think you could see change overnight, but eventually it all starts from one country or a small country saying that it will be a legal tender. Then everyone else would look at El Salvador to be a mirror or a spark plug of a potential model, right? Or a what you call this, a potential paradigm or a potential sample, no? And the other countries will then follow, right? Or a prototype, so to speak, right? So they're probably looking at El Salvador as a prototype and potentially see that it's going to be a very viable information to use, or a very viable benchmarking to use, and then eventually embrace the Bitcoin currency as a legal tender in their country as well. Okay, so that's also good news, no? And then let's all look into this one. So based on this analysis, it says here that Bitcoin rejects at 34.5. I hope they knew that 34.5 is the 0.618. It says here that all eyes at 37,000. So they are saying that they're now looking at 37,000 as a potential next support area. So we'll see about that. No? We'll see about that. Based on our analysis, we have been saying that this particular support line can be at around 34,500. And eventually, let's all try to see. Just give me a second here. Okay. Okay. I think what they're trying to say, guys, I think what they're trying to say here is the 0.382 Fibonacci. Okay. I think that's what they're trying to say, right? Because the 0.382 Fibonacci's is actually, this is just an approximation. There you go. Okay. I think they're trying to look for 37,000 at 0.382. Give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're looking into that no, the 0.38 with 37,000 as a potential. Let me just make sure I adjust this. Hang on a second, guys. There you go. Yeah. So it's actually the 37,705 as a potential resistance based on that analysis, no? Which is the 0.382 line in your Fibonacci. I think that's what they're trying to say, no? After mabutas ng 0.618, I think what they're trying to say is that after that is going to be the 37,000 as a major resistance area. And if this gets broken, then potentially that could be a good area for breakout, no? Good area for breakout. And then let's all just quickly check. Just give me a second. Let's just do some technicals here, guys. Hang on. Just give me a second. Okay, so let me just try to remove all of this. We're actually seeing a potential trend line here. Okay. Um, Another thing that they're seeing as probably is this trajectory, this one, no? And this level is the 36,000 plus level. If this is broken out, this could potentially be a good resistance point for Bitcoin, right? And got to remember that this type of candle, this type of candle, although it has a wick, no, it is actually showing a very bullish um, candle and could potentially sign a reversal based on this trend. No, there's a very long tail. No, it's not necessarily a hammer based on this candle. If you look at changing the candle into Heikin-Ashi, no, it's even a doji here, right? So if you change that candle to a regular candle, then you're seeing a bullishness in this, transition candle, right? It's actually going even further. And based on this trend, if this is the trend, most likely the next candle is going to be green or a doji, right? So we'll see about that. We'll see about that now. And there is a short, there is a short-term resistance here. There's a short-term resistance that we need to be considering here, right? And it was actually broken. Now this one needs to further break out on this major resistance area. So if you are actually if you are a trader, what I'd like you to do, okay, well, you see MACD here is actually forming a bearish divergence, and you're seeing some selling power here. Although the selling pressure is actually weakening, but you're still seeing a bearish cross, no? So I would say let's just make sure that we're very mindful of our trades. Don't overuse your leverages. I don't overuse your leverages, and the fact that this is still below the 0.618 level of fib means that we cannot be very complacent with our trades. No, I would encourage you to use high capital, low leverage versus very low capital with a very high leverage, because this can this can still go other ways. Okay, this can still go other ways, right? So I think that's correct. The major this headline is correct. I did not even read it yet. No, I think this is correct as a potential entry, as a potential as a potential target area for resistance after the 34,000. Okay, and as I've said, just be very very careful. And as I was showing here, sorry, I'm showing here that there's still a lot of people who are actually getting liquidated. Okay, so just don't abuse the leverages. Don't abuse the leverages. Okay. Um, Here yesterday, there's still around 50 million that were liquidated in shorts, and then around 37 million that are liquidated in long. No? So just be very very careful. Don't abuse your leverages, and just make sure that you're within your plan. Okay, so I want to update you guys on one of the discussions that we had yesterday. This is a continuation of our winning trades. No, we have been consistently winning, and I'd like to show to you what is the performance of our trade on the fourth day. So on the fourth day, we're still winning. No, on the fourth day, which is June 24th. I only said it's the fourth day because in one of my posts in Facebook, I said that when your performance on the weekend will go down, normally it will reverse on a Wednesday or Thursday or a Friday, right? So that's when I started to chart and play the bounce, no? So we traded again earlier, and we had three trades, and we all won the trade. We all won the trade, and then the first trade was $8.99. It was actually a scalping. Sorry, we use the feast model here. I'm going to release the video of this particular $8.99 tomorrow. It was actually a mobile trading, so I'm going to release that video. So just watch out, guys. Now watch out. Okay, and then I traded BTC and XRP. No, we earned around $34 there. So today we already earned $42.99, which is within our winning range. Yesterday we won $40. On day two we won $48, and in day one we earned $170. So all in, our total winning rate for the past 4 days is a total of 301.39 for futures. Okay, 301 for a $0.49 for futures, $39 for futures, which means that we earned already almost 15,000 pesos. And then from a spot wallet perspective, we earned, as I've said, 15,000 pesos as well as of yesterday, and that's a total of 30,672 pesos in the past 4 days, or around $600. So how did we earn that? No, how did we earn that? There's no secret, guys. All of my strategies are already out there. It's already all out there, and I'm sure you guys all know that. All know that, no? So if you have any other suggestions or comments or any other questions, Coach Miranda Miner created a link for you guys to use. Okay. I created a link. Let me open that link right now. You don't need to worry. Everything is actually here. So I created a link. It's a link tree. This particular link tree is going to be a useful link for you because I placed everything here already. Okay? So in this link, you will see that I already have put my YouTube channel, my MirandaMiner University Elite enrollment form, my step number 1, MirandaMiner University course, step number 2, MirandaMiner Beginner Playlist, step number 3, Miranda Intermediate Trader Playlist, step number 4, Miranda Futures Advanced and Pro Traders, Step number 5, Miranda Feast Halmachi scalping video step by step. Sorry guys, I've been teaching kanina pan 2:30 so medyo namamalat na ako. Sorry ha. At pasensya niyo na si coach. I've been teaching since Monday. Which by the way guys, palakpakan natin no ang ating wave number 4 and wave number 5 beginner and wave number 3 intermediates are now officially graduates. Whew! They're officially graduates, guys, and let's all welcome them with an open arms. And I hope that we're able to change their perspectives and their lives, no, to continue to our mission of making the trading community profitable, one trader at a time. Okay, yeah. And so we go there. You have your step number 5. Then you have your profitable Binance group. This is our Facebook group. And then you have your Discord MirandaMiner if you would like to join our Discord team. And then you have our MirandaMiner TikTok page. And then we have our MirandaMiner Twitter handle. And then if you wanted to order our shirt, it's actually also here. You just need to click this. It will lead you to the Shopee order page. No? So it's very, very comprehensive. Everything is here already. And then medyo may ginamit si Coach na tagline. No? Sabi ko dito, Coach MirandaMiner ang inyong pambansang crypto coach. O, di ba? Yung nagsabi sa akin, sabi niya, Coach, hindi ka lang pambansa kasi global na yung MirandaMiner team. So, sabi ko, oo nga, oo nga, no? Parang, what should I do? So, kailangan ko ba ilagay ang global crypto coach? So, tingnan natin, But thank you guys, for all the support. And speaking of global team, tomorrow, we will have our United Arab Emirates Team Middle East beginner and intermediate class combined. So, I'm looking forward to meet all of you guys. Looking forward to meet all of you there tomorrow in our live. So I'm looking forward, and that's gonna be a 2-day, dalawang Friday yan to do our sessions, to do our learning sessions, no? Nakaka-proud lang kasi when I was asking the beginner class and intermediate class kanina, they were saying that talagang marami nagbago sa behaviors nila. Talagang they have really learned. So I don't want to lift my chair. Let the result speak for itself, and I'm just really proud of the class that they're able to absorb everything despite the short time frame. Okay? So yun, so guys, just go here. Everything is actually here already, no? And then going back to the performance. How did I win, guys? How did I win, no? My highest win is $115 in a trade. My highest loss is still 0. Still 100% win rate, and my average win is an average of $75. And of course, we also have seen significant improvement in our purchase. No, we have not sold yet our coins in the spot wallet. In fact, when we bought BTC, it has already earned 105% growth or 5% growth. Dogecoin already gave me a 20% growth. Let me just maximize this, guys, so you guys could see. So Dogecoin already gave me a 20.22% growth. I bought all of this at 1 a.m. on June 23. And in less than 2 days, it's already earning 20%, no? And ADA has actually earned 12.5% growth. And then XRP is actually grew already at 114%. So I think that it's a very, 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 very profitable trade if you know how to manage your wallet. So that's an all-in 30,000 peso profit in 4 days. Tanungin kita, guys, pwede na ba yan na profit in 4 days? Pwede na kaya sa'yo yan? Di ba parang if you go outside, parang sahod na yan ng isang buwan ng isang empleyado. It's probably a salary of a regular employee on 1 month. Do you guys agree? I mean, so it's possible, right? I mean, it's still possible to earn this big in this industry. But guys, you gotta be very... Yan, alam ni Richard yung sagot na yan kasi marami siyang tao. He's managing 100 plus people. No? Forming 100 plus people. So, at the end of the day, I think what's important is, guys, you gotta remember, no, you gotta remember that in the trade, whenever you trade a bounce, no, I'll go back to the chart, no. Whenever you trade, when you're trading this, okay, hang on a second, okay. Let me just tell you what a very honest opinion, okay. When you're trading this bounce, okay, ito kasi maraming naipit eh, and I'd like to be very, very candid on this. No? So, dito maraming na-liquidate, and I think that is the reality. Okay, kaya nag-post si Coach MirandaMiner ng reminder kanina, Superman syndrome. Okay, so from an average of 35,000, the price dropped to almost 19%. And liquidation lines are normally within 10%. Okay, so most likely, actually maximum 15%, no? So most likely, if people entered on a 35,000, okay, expecting that this resistance will break, okay, they're probably na-correct yan dyan. It went down further and maraming na-liquidate dyan, no? Because they probably thought that it would already go stop at 31K when it was going down, or even 30K. But no one knew that it will actually even further go down to around 28,000. No? You know why? Because people were thinking that this particular trend will stop at this support. They were thinking that this will stop on this particular support area, which is your 30,067. And it will just bounce there. So what people did was they entered at the 30,000 level. They entered 30,000 level knowing it will bounce, and they went there at a very high leverage. So probably they did not expect it will further go down. No, it will further go down because look at MACD. MACD is still pointing downwards. There's no sign of life for MACD. So why would you buy? Why would you buy, right? Why would you buy on a 30,000 level when MACD is not showing any life, right? So I think you guys gotta be very careful, no? Gotta be very careful. You need to choose your battles. If you look at Coach Miranda Miner in the past 4 days, guys, I only traded 11. I only traded 11 trades. And all of those trades are 100% wins. And all of those trades are sure wins because I don't enter a trade that I'm not sure. Okay? And you guys all know I'm still teaching, so I have no time to wait for the right trade. So if I'm not doing anything, let's say I'm playing with my daughter, so I'll just look at my cell phone while she's looking at her iPad. She's doing her coco melon. So I look for the trade. In fact, this was my trade earlier. My trade was only 6 minutes. So this particular trade where I won $8.99, this was my Feast Halmachi model. I earned that 7:55 in the morning, 8:01 in the morning. It was only 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. And we earned that almost $9 there. And then we earned so much more, no, $19 to one and so much and so forth. So guys, plan your trades. Please do plan your trades. My students are all telling me earlier, Coach, my win rate is 100% because I planned my trade. I'm looking for the right divergences. I'm looking for the right areas. No, I'm looking for the areas where I could actually earn. So for example, this was my trade earlier, no? Sorry about that. Okay. I entered at the 2 o'clock candle, no? Here in this particular breakout, I entered this one. This was my XRP trade, no? And it's only because there is an XRP break out on this particular channel, right? And then we're confident as well that the support will hold because we're seeing this support line at the bottom. So what you will notice is that based on this trend, the candles here are just, threading. It's just bouncing off this particular support line. So Coach Miranda Miner entered on this candle. No? We entered on that candle around 2 o'clock. And during that time, you got to remember that your MACD is agreeing with me. There is a bullish cross here. And then there is a buying pressure. No? So we entered that. That was our trade earlier. This was the time before I started my class. And, and um my students in the intermediate class all were with me, no, and I did sell that already, no. Hang on a second, guys. I'm just trying to remember one more thing here. Yeah, that was the XRP play. The BTC play was also the same, no. So will not go through that on this particular live, no. But we also entered that. No? We also entered that. I think this is what we did. No, I'm trying to remember the play. Hang on a second. Okay. Guys, remember yesterday as well. I'm not sure if you all remember. I said that this is actually forming uh, a divergence. No. So I said this will further go down, and look at what have happened with that coin. It indeed further went down, right? It went down further. That's the power of your divergence. This is a bearish divergence here, right? This is a bearish divergence, and this is going to signal a downward trend. And true enough, it went even further downwards, right? So we entered this particular trade at around this time. Around this time. Okay. I'm just trying to remember. Anyways, guys, I hope that again, as I've said, no, it's feasible to earn 30,000 pesos in 4 days. It's actually, in fact, it's still small because when I was in the stock market industry, I've shared this to my students. My largest win was 215,000 pesos. And in 2 months, I've earned for almost 400,000 pesos in the stock market. No, right now I wish I have a lot of time to trade to magnify my wins. No, I'm really not bullish this time on my exposure and position sizing because it's still bearish, guys. The market is still bearish. So I don't wanna. My position sizing is very very careful. Okay. So yon, I hope you learned something there. And watch out for my video. I created a video on this particular trade where we earned the $8.99. So watch out for that. I'll release it tomorrow. And yeah, as I've said, my setups are Miranda Transition Play and Feast. Those are my trades. Those are my setups. Just two setups, nothing else. Right? Okay. So hoping that you all have the same odds on trading, but again, please make sure you plan your trades. Okay. Let me now go with any questions that you guys might have. Let me go to the questions screen. Okay, so make sure, guys, that you have all access to this. Please bookmark this page. Just bookmark this. Everything is here. And what I'll do, guys, is I will just continue to add more links here that are very useful for you. Okay, I will just add the links here so you don't need to go anywhere. No, and review and figure out multiple URLs. No, this is gonna be your landing page. Okay, so let me just go with your questions right now. Okay. Yes, Christopher Jason, I'm also selling short. Correct. I even made a video on that. Yes, I also do sell shorts. Yeah, I see a lot of sell short opportunities. So, for example, sabi ko nga kahapon, I'm seeing an upward trend here, but you're seeing a higher low, a lower high formation of your MACD. So it's going to tell you that the trend will reverse. No, so I would have entered that, right, but as I've said, no, I don't enter in all the moving items. Okay. So, yeah, I hope it answers your question. Thank you, Christopher. That's a very good question. Ramen, franchise down ng milk tea. How much is the minimum capital to earn that much? Guys, you will notice that my capital right now in futures, I have around $1,300. So give or take, I think I already earned around how much is 1,300? Around 60,000 pesos, no? 60,000 pesos. So if I earn 15,000, this is already around 25%, no? 15k, 60k divided by 15, so around 4. So around 25% already of my capital is a profit for me. On 4 days, in 4 days. In 4 days, okay? Um Coach, nag-perform ng bullish harmonic pattern si BTC po. If this play out 37k resistance, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Judex, oy, thank you pambansang crypto coach. Thank you. Flyway team, can I start the day trading with? Yes, of course. $500. That's it's very very big already. Flyway team. Uh, Langga, thank you. Thank you too as well. Christopher Jason, thank you as well. Coach, same lang po ba mag-strat na gamit nyo sa crypto at stocks? Yes. Although in the stock market, I do have a strategy called ODR. ODR. I will not teach it here. Makukonfuse kayo. It's called the one-day reversal, art of bottom picking. No? So if you would remember, si Coach MirandaMiner, okay, pakita ko sa inyo, no? So we have our scalping videos. Yeah, when we open that, no? It will show to you the entire playlist with all of the scalping videos. And I introduced many types of setups. No, we introduced what we call the Miranda art of bottom picking. No, and part of that art of bottom picking or trading the bounce as well is the one day reversal or ODR setup. No, I'm also not teaching yet how to um, trade with Darvas or Darvas boxes because it will just confuse all of you guys. So yes, I do trade. They are almost the same. And to my students, they know this that I'm using Halmachi and I'm using the feast model in stocks as well. But there are other trade setups that I'm not teaching yet at this point. Okay. Okay. Let us do other questions. Uh, yes, exactly. Tama si Vin, no? Same technicals, correct. That's correct. It's same technicals. In fact, guys, if you are a stock market veteran, you will fall in love with the cryptocurrency space. Because in cryptocurrency, you have all the algorithms and you have all the technology that the stock market doesn't offer. Let me give you an example. You have trailing stop loss. You have futures where you could earn if the coin goes up or down. In the stock market in the Philippines, you could only earn because it's a spot market. You could only earn when the stock goes up. Okay, and you have OCO. One cancels the other, and you have stop limit orders. It's very limited. No, it's very limited. I think if I remember, it's only Metro Securities, Metro Bank, Metro A Securities that's offering a trailing stop loss so far. But the others like BDO Nomura, BPI Securities, and COL, and what else, guys? To Trade Asia. No, I think they're offering already, but majority of the brokers in the stock sector is not yet offering the trailing stop loss. Okay. Another question. Oh, thank you, June. No, thank you. But keep on reminding me, June, to open my mic, ha. Thank you. Um, I bought XRP when its price is 90. What should I do? It depends on how much, no? This was the same question that was thrown. Guys, I'll give you a technique, okay? This was a question that was actually raised to me by my student earlier. Sabi niya, "Coach, what should I do? I actually bought Dogecoin when it was 0.7 cents, no? And Dogecoin is already back down to 0.26. So what I told the student is, you do sell it in tranches. So for example, guys, no, meron kayong naipit na amount. Let's say naipit yung amount, let's say, sabi mo ng 50,000 pesos, okay? Naipit sa 0.7 ng Doge, no? What you need to do is to sell around 10% of that, okay? And then you hodl the rest. Because it will still go back to where it used to be. Just remember that, no? But you need to wait, no? But if you have no funds to play because it's all naipit, so benta mo yung 20 or 10%, just maybe 5,000 or 10,000 pesos of the 50,000. And then what you need to do is to start using that money to trade. So you're actually able to participate in the bounce of the market. So who knows, after you withdrew the 5,000 or 10,000, all of a sudden, because you have been winning, your capital, instead of 50,000, it's already up to 55 or 56, 57 as the day comes by, versus waiting for the entire 3 to 4 months up until you recover your money. No, it will bore you. No? So that's something you could consider that, right? At least get 10% of your naipit na funds. I-withdraw mo, i-cut loss mo na dun. No? And then use that money for your winning profits or winning trade, so at least your capital can further grow again. Okay? Okay. Well, thank you, Choi. Thank you, thank you. Tomorrow po ba yung... Yes, tomorrow expirations ng Ethereum. Correct. Yeah, that's correct, Nida. That's correct. It's last Friday. Thank you for learning, of course. Hey, Jesty, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope you learned something. Yeah. Thank you, Milka. Palike and share. Yes, thank you so much. Always pa nagre-reversal ng... No, it's not always, no. It just so happened that on the weekends, there's no volume kasi, guys. On the weekends, there's less volume, I mean, no. So if you have no big whales or no whales and no institutional buyers, what's happening is it's the retailers who is actually causing the price to go down, no? Because obviously they're very, very volatile, no? Jim Rich, warmest welcome. Oh, thank you, Jim Rich. A notice from General Santos City. I hope everything is okay there, Jim. Thank you for tuning in, and please subscribe to our channel. Look for the pinned message na nilagay ko dyan, and just look for all of my social media handles, okay? Yun, bug 6, in-answer ko na. Sana nakatulong sa'yo yung pag-cut loss. I used to do Forex, but I'm not doing Forex anymore because I think that cryptocurrency is also a currency. Okay, it's also pairing the currency. So, you guys gotta remember, ang pairing ng currency ng crypto came from Forex. Okay, the logic of the pairing. So, whenever we pair BTC to USDT, we pair it to a stable coin, somehow may ganun logic yan, no? Okay. All right. Mark Anthony, late na late. Oh, late ka na nga, Mark, no? Habol next time, ha? Okay. Ano pong oras ba ang class sa Miranda University? You need to enroll po. I'm actually having a classes at 2:30 in the afternoon for intermediate. 5:30 in the afternoon for beginner batch, wave first batch, and then 7:30 p.m. for the second batch. Okay? Um, stake mo yung okay, let me answer. Okay, thank you Ramen. Salamat sa comment na yan. Okay. Oh, medyo paus na ako. Mamaos ako ngayon today. Sorry, sorry guys. O ikaw na daw mag-live bukas. O Galamax, ikaw na mag-live bukas ha. Moderators, pwede na ba kayo mag-live bukas? Kayo na magla-live, makikinig na lang ako. Uy, seryoso ako. Pwede ba? Gagawa ako ng paraan bukas na lahat kayo magiging live. Tapos kayo na yung mag-uusap, hindi na ako. Magpapahinga ako. Oy, Jolo, humabol ka ha. Wave 4 ka dapat ha. Okay, Jolo Cañete, habol ka. Okay. Alright. Edelito, coach, sa 30 minutes time frame lang po ba pwedeng gamitin ng transition play? Pwede rin sa lower. Pwede rin sa lower. Pag nakakita ka ng transition play on a 30 minutes, mag-execute ka sa 15 para mas mabilis na makuha yung profit mo. Yan. Jim Rich, nakasubscribe daw siya, nahiya mag-PM. Oh, okay. Coach, pasali ulit sa FB group. Oh, sige. Okay. Sige, sali ka lang, Vin. Coach, pag natalo daw Ripple versus SEC, mawawalan daw ng sa crypto ang XRP? That's a very good question. I think people don't kasi ang court ang magde-decide diyan eh. No? The court will decide on the steps, no? The court they'll decide on the steps. Pwedeng ang gawin lang dyan is they will be penalized with a penalty or a monetary amount, no? Or they could be asked to close. But I don't think, to be honest with you guys, again, this is me talking, no? I don't wanna jeopardize the decision. But I think it's gonna be a winning case. Okay. All right. Can I register link for training? Yes. You can do it. Click on the link tree. You will see there the link of my training enrollment course. Okay? Oo, Richard, si Galamax muna, sabi mo sa kanya, kamo, siya muna mag-live tomorrow. I-tune in ko siya tapos magpapahinga muna ako. Pero siya na yung naka-live. I will call him sa Facebook. Tapos siya yung magaganito. Diba? Yun. Pati si Luke, isama mo na. Oo, si Luke, tsaka si Galamax, pati mga moderators. Yan. Jim Rich, shoutout sa mga phone users. Albert, yeah, thanks Albert. Thank you. May sakit daw si Gab bukas. Ikaw talaga, Gab. Okay. Si Joyce. Teka lang. Anong broken link? May broken link ba? Ano pong broken link sa enrollment? Ito pong enrollment form. Ito po yung link enrollment form. Open po yan. Ito po. Available po yan, guys. You could see here the enrollment form. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. It's 10:54. I think that's already it, no? Again, very, very doable. Very, very, very doable profit. Kayang-kaya yan, no? Trust the system. Plan your system. You could earn $600 in 4 days. That's possible. And you could do it. No, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making it look very easy. It's a very difficult process. But guys, you need to remember. Cryptocurrency trading is simple, but it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Right? As long as you understand the use of the setups, you have a trade setups like what I'm doing here, then hindi ka na maliligaw. Okay? Alright guys, good luck to you. Coach MirandaMiner loves all of you guys. I will talk to you on my Friday night live. Okay? And if I don't talk to you guys today, I'll just catch you tomorrow. And regards sa aking mga mini-mentor, okay? Ingat-ingat kayo ngayong gabi. Balitaan nyo ako ng inyong mga tinitrades. I-chat nyo na lang ako kung nakikinig kayo at tawag lang, okay? Alright guys. Okay, good. I love you and I love you 3,000 and please don't forget guys to click subscribe and like our live naman, pasuyo. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye bye.